Hi, welcome to Scotty Wandering. My name is Peter, and I have got another Wisconsin County Park campground review for you. But first, we're going to talk about this park. I am in Fond du Lac County at Waupun County Park. I am on the northwest corner of Waupun. There is this patch of woods. And one of the features for a camper here, especially families, is I am less than a 5-minute walk or bike ride from the Aquatic Center. It's right on the edge of the park. So for the summer, for the kids coming here, they don't have a pool or a beach or anything at this campground, but you have the Aquatic Center right there. So for the intro of this video, I'm just going to go through and show you some of the highlights of this little, well, actually fairly large park out on the edge of town. Across the street from the Aquatic Center is a golf course. Now this creek has just this one little section that is sort of paved on either side, but it gives you sort of step access down from the park down to the water. There's a 9-hole disc golf course here that allows you to wander through the woods with wide open paths if you want to. Nice little playground here, picnic shelter over there, and another larger one over there. Now the campground is just over that way. We've got a sand volleyball court, and that's the river creek running right behind it over there. This looks brand new basketball courts. Got a brand new pickleball court, not even officially open yet. And again, right across from the campground. And just over to my right here is the campground host that, if you're like me, you need to check in with to book your site. Just past the campground host, we've got a group campsite, and this is just above the basketball courts. Now the group campsites, this open field with power, is broken into a south half and a north half. So you don't have to book the whole thing. You can book a half, or you can book the whole thing and have all that space to do whatever you want, and everybody gets power. Now to finish off the amenities, we've got shower house at the entrance of the campground, dump station for the campers, and a playground within the campground itself. Everybody's out and about, as they should be on this beautiful evening, so I'm going to wait till first thing in the morning, and I will walk the campground then when people are quietly tucked away. But for now, I'm going to hang out at my campsite. Nice little wooded site. They have a wide variety of size sites. This is the one that's right for me. There are other big ones for bigger families. You'll see all that when I give you the full tour tomorrow morning. All right, good morning. Welcome back. I overslept. This took a little longer. I just slept. It was great. Never got to hear an owl last night though. So, campground tour. Campground is broken into a small front loop and then a bigger back loop. So we'll do the front loop first. This front loop is more open, handles some bigger rigs. There's some big sites. When we get into the back loop, there's a couple big sites back there, but most of them are little, simple little back-end sites like I have in the woods. So we'll walk through the whole thing. I'm going to struggle to figure out the numbers. The numbers are only posted on the power pole, and you have to kind of get past the site to see that number. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, right across from the dump station is site number 1, simple back-end site. Site 2 has got a downhill slope, a little longer though, in the open space over here by the playground. So this area is definitely where the families are hanging out and having a ball last night. 3 over here, all this space next to it. Again, backing up to the playground, I believe is 4. I guess I can't see the numbers. I think that's 5 over there. and see all that fits in there. Yeah, 5. So I am, so far so good. So hopefully that's 6, and that is still on their pad, their little kitchen tent there. 7 over here. So it's really hard to find the numbering. They don't have any poles out front. It's all on the power poles. I think that's 8. Alright, here's 9. It kind of comes up. It's on the outside, so that one's sort of in the woods. Okay, so after that whole grouping out there, 1 through 13, off on the side of that, this is 14. 14 has its private space tucked around behind that bush. So even though it's on the edge of all the activities, you could have your private space as well. And down there's 15. All right, 15 here. Bit of an upward slope, tons of room behind, lots of green space back there for tents. Plenty of room. I mean, there's even enough room for cornhole back there. So that puts us at 16, I believe, over here. Nope. Actually, this would be 17 here. And they have that little lawn space beyond over there. 16's over here. Nice space there. Picnic table and fire ring, I would consider us on the wrong side, so this would be, I would be pulling in straight, so my side door is over here, which I actually put my head up because it slopes down. That would make this 18. There is a huge amount of space. See the string lights heading back? So behind the pop-up tent trailer, there is a, they got their whole yard back there. Nice space in the back. Bit of a gap now. Okay, we got 19, 20, 21 is this long cross pull through over here. 26 now. That may be because it's on the numbering on the other side, but that's what I hit now as a pull through. All right, 21 here. You see the pad section here. Then the hill goes up, and then you'll see a whole nother world up top there. That's a nice space up top there. 22 over here. This one's definitely got an uphill slope to that one. But if you can level off something, you got all this space on the side. This is the end of the loop here. There is a street light here. I don't know how bright those are at night. Look like trails over here. This might be connections to the disc golf course trails. So you can also just kind of go wander those. And then we're coming back around to the other side of the loop. Now the stuff on the outside I think is a little more privacy than the inside, which are really kind of connected between the two sections, but I guess that's why they made them pull throughs. 24, this was the pull through. On the other side it's grass, so you could drive in or just back in onto the pad here. You figure out how it works best for you, but you're probably not going to see the sign until you get over here. So that puts us hopefully at 25. With this one, I cannot see the sign. 26, I hope. Nope, 26 is over here. I'm not sure what number I am at over here. I've lost track. 27 here. Okay, so maybe 24, 25. I'm not sure they're together. get those together. See it on the map, 27. Now behind there, again, the trails into the disc golf course. 26 was a pull through. And then over here, again, we're connecting in that group. That is actually 28 is the pull through that comes through. So I might have been wrong when I was giving those numbers before over there. Now over here, nicely tucked in the woods with the bunny, is 29. That's a nice little site. A little bit of a downhill slope back there. Oh, so this site actually enters from over here for 30, but they're open to the other side over there. All right, 31 over here, just tucked around the corner for the picnic table and fire ring. Now, which side is going to be 32? Well, we'll look at this side first, and that'll determine. This one is 33 over here. That makes this one 32, which has its green space in the back. Seems like it might connect to the neighbors over there as well. Picnic table and fire ring are tucked into the woods on the left over there. Well, I had a street light across from me. I didn't really even notice it, so must not have been too bright. 34 is where I am. My picnic table and fire ring is hiding way back in the corner over there. And there is water throughout. $35 over here is huge. Lots of space over here. It's a pretty big pad, but you got all sorts of green space around it. And that brings us back up to the main loop here. The 1 through 13 is over there. And we just have 3 sites left over here. Okay, over here. This is 36. With you determine what is yours across from that area. But now it also has this pull through. So you can either use it as a back end or a pull through. And then we have the 2 more sites over there. So 37 and 38. They're right on top of each other, but they can handle some big stuff, and you don't have to worry about your slides hitting anything. The exit for 36 kind of shares this pad, so I guess you don't want to block that if you got a neighbor. And then 38 here, well, your side yard is going to be the pickleball courts. And then basketball courts, another playground, all of that stuff over there. The campground host does have available for rental or checking out volleyballs and probably pickleballs paddles soon. So ask up there for that kind of stuff. Well, that's it for my look around creatively named Waupun Park on the edge of Waupun, a Fond du Lac County park. Really nice little campground here. This is actually very nice. Now, rates are $25 a night for all of these electric sites. There is a $5 reservation fee on top of that. If you're like me, booking here last minute, went to the camp host. She still had to do it online, had to create an account. I don't know if she got my email right because I never got my email confirmation. But it has to be done online even by her, but I paid cash and I did not pay that reservation fee. That would be an additional, probably more of a credit card processing fee. So there's your basic information. Oh, and cell service here was kind of weak. Like a bar of 4G kind of surprises me this close to town. It is not as quiet as I would think. I can hear some construction sounds in town. I felt like I heard some highway noise, even though I don't think I'm anywhere near the highway at this point. But everything around here is just wide open farm fields, so sound can travel quite well around here. But it is all these nice little alcoves of campsites that they've carved out here is actually pretty nice, and plenty of amenities. And if you got the families on the warm weather in the summer, this is a great place to plunk down for a couple days and keep the kids busy without going for the full bore camping for the fun of it. Everything's at that place. It still has that rustic camping feel in the evenings with community of your neighbors. Hopefully they'll find some other kids to play with too. So nice little campground. I'll give it a good thumbs up on that. So thanks for coming along. If you got something out of this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get as many county parks in this year as I can. I've already done all the state parks, all of the national forests in Wisconsin. So this is just kind of filling that hole of public campgrounds. And this one I really like because there are no seasonal sites at all. They're all available for people to come in and book. I don't know what the stay limit is, but nothing felt like people are here for a long time, more than a week or two. So thanks for coming on. I'll see you in the next one, and get on out there.